Hello everyone. Today we are going to demonstrate an advanced migration workflow from VMware to Huawei Cloud, moving beyond manual execution into the realm of agentic engineering. To achieve this, I'm using the GLM 5.1 model hosted in Huawei Cloud MaaS. You're seeing that in the screen, integrated into my development environment via GitHub Copilot. This is my development environment. In this environment, I defined previously a skill migration MD. This is a summary with the errors and the success of a previous attempt of the AI of building this migration. This contains the tools that are three MCP servers and the Terraform CLI and the VS Code terminal. Also, it defines some phases that has the process and some common errors and common commands that the AI have to do. After this, I define a prompt that will use this skill migration to gain this skill and also define the phases of all the migration that the AI has to have. The MCP servers connected to the AI in this workflow are these ones. First of all, there's an SSH VMware that is an OpenSSH MCP server from npx, and here I have the specified arguments of that. The second one is the official Terraform MCP, and the third one is a self-made MCP for the QCLI. So basically, the AI can interact with the Huawei Cloud CLI and discover all the resources in the region and execute some command to discover flavors and images too. So now I'm going to begin with the execution. I'm going to send the prompt to GLM 5.1 connected in MaaS. An important tool that I'm using here is an extension for VS Code called OI compatible provider for Copilot. This extension basically uh, allows GitHub Copilot to connect any AIP besides their own AIP API. And in this case is the MaaS API. So I'm gonna start the prompt. As you can see here, the AI is reviewing first the skill migration as prompted. Here the AI generates the first task that it can do for reviewing the first plan. The AI is asking to run commands in this session. So for this session, I'm gonna allow it all to, and I don't have to move many things in the chat. So in this part of the AI thinking, the AI runs the first command using the SSH VMware MCP server. And the output was an SSH connection fail. The AI note this and start to search for the correct configurations. And as the MCP server is working with the key that the AI didn't deploy yet to the VM machine, it asks first for the password of the host and um, pass the SSH key to the VMware machine. After that, it can execute all the commands as the AI wish. The AI finished generated the plan, so here we have the virtual machine specification. It has the Ubuntu 24.04 Novel Nomad OS. The architecture is an x86-64. The vCPUs are 1 and the RAM are 2 gigabytes, including the CPL model and the root partitions and the physical disk with the storage that this disk has. Also, it discovered the IPs for network connection in the future. And also, it discovered that it's behind NAT, that is a part of the skill MD to that the AI has to discover, and because this can depend and change some network configurations to the VPN on Huawei Cloud. After that, the AI proposed an architecture in Huawei Cloud with the region. I don't specify the exact ID in the region. I just say that I want it in Mexico, and the AI alone search the code for that region and also give some target recommendations for that are matching the specified virtual machine. And after all this plan generation, it is awaiting for the user approval, and I can just write approve this plan for the AI to continue and continue for the AI to continue with all the tasks. Here the AI is using the MCP server of QCLI to discover the resources that the region has. So first, the AI searched with incorrect parameters, and the output was that the operation was not supported. But the AI iterated itself, and after not knowing the parameter, it used the help tool to see what are the parameters of VPNs. After this, the AI successfully ran these parameters and the output was successfully, and the AI has now the flavors of the specific resources in the request. In this input right now, the AI is asking for permissions to develop the, the documentation of Terraform. I'm gonna allow for this session. As you can see now, the AI is starting to create the Terraform files. Here are the fields, that is the variables.tf, and then it will generate the main as requested. After the AI successfully created all the TF Terraform files that it needs, now it's requesting to perform the bash command of Terraform init in the file. For this session, I'm gonna allow all the Terraform commands. As you see, the AI encounters some errors in the Terraform configuration. These errors will be reviewed by the same AI and corrected. As you can see, the AI correct the error and now running the Terraform validate. Now the configuration is valid. Now, after the Terraform configuration is created, the AI generated the second plan, that is complete the Terraform infrastructure and the security proposals of the connection. Here are the resource types that the AI built in the Terraform code, including the ECAs to be migration, the VPC, and the VPN gateway to connect with the machine. Also, this is the security proposals about the Huawei Cloud Terraform VPN, and also the strong one that will be the Open VPN side to side that the AI will install in the VM machine to connect to the Huawei Cloud VPN. There are some extra configurations, and now I can approve the plan and say that it has to continue with the next phase. In this phase, I will apply the Terraform configurations to put the resources in the console and connect the VPN to the VMware machine. As you see here, the AI run the Terraform apply command, and in the first attempt there was a successful apply. It's now creating all the resources in the console. Here you can see that the AI is generating the keys to connecting with the virtual machine in Huawei Cloud, not with this local machine. It is now trying to connect with the VM machine to the Huawei Cloud machine. Now the AI has generated the third plan, that is VPN tunnel established and verified. So Here we have a VPN status that all the security parameters admit, and also the ping through the VM machines at the Huawei Cloud machine that I'm going to show right now are connected. After the AI make the Terraform, apply the Terraform, here is the ECS that it's gonna create. It has the specifications of the virtual machine, and it has a public IP address for installing things, but all the traffic will be passed for the VPN. Here we can see all the files that it created. It created the migration keys of the virtual machine and also all the Terraform applied in the folder. Right now, I'm gonna approve this tier plan and continue with the next phase. This is the final phase. The AI will do the data synchronization and the applied system for the password and users. In this part of the process, there is a bug with the extension GitHub Copilot that sometimes don't allow the AI to create scripts or some codes in the workspace. So for a temporal fix, waiting for the official fix of the extension, you can say to the AI that create the file, but only in the chat, and then you can copy to the workstation. After I copied the file to the workspace, the AI will review it. I continue with the plan. After a little iteration, the AI grabbed the logs on the virtual machine about the virtual migrated data in the other machine. After a little iteration, the AI corrects some lines in the file that are causing problems in the virtual machine. Now it's going to correct it again. Now, as you can see, the migration has completed. So there are the check, the hostname validation, the user that will use in the virtual machine, the password hash, and all the migration things that are in the Huawei Cloud Console by now. So the AI recommends an access through VNC and it gives us a link. But for practical purposes, we are going to go to the console and do it ourselves. So here is the console and here's the machine running. Now I'm gonna remote log into the machine through VNC, and we are going to connect using the credentials of the VMware machine. As you see, without touching this machine in Huawei Cloud, we are able to log in with the credentials. Now we are going to see if the migration was successful doing a list in the files. Here we have our file, and if we cut our file, there is the text that we added to the migration. So this is how you do a migration using Visual Studio Code and MaaS Web, also with MaaS models. I'm using right now the model GLM 5.1, and this is all the files in the workspace that the AI created. Thank you.